What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and welcome back to another Fortnite channel YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we'll be talking about a very old item that you might have forgotten about called the Buried Treasure, where you can open up a map, it will tell you exactly where to go to pickaxe the ground for some free loot, and how it might actually be returning sometime in this season or the next few seasons of Chapter 3, with a brand new codename being codenamed Rover. So without further ado, let's just get right into today's video by giving you guys a little bit of a backstory. So back when the brand new season first released, something I had noticed in the game files was that there was an item codenamed Rover that was completely blacklisted from being able to be put in tints. You can see that tweet on screen right now, but something very interesting about this is it went into its own codename of Rover Gameplay. And now this is why, before we even get into the stats or anything, this might be for an upcoming season. The reason why is because each season we've gotten recently in the final few seasons of Chapter 2 and now in Chapter 3 had their own codename here and then gameplay folder. So it was like Flipper Gameplay, which is this season's. We had Mother Gameplay for the actual, UFO season, all that type of stuff. Parallel Gameplay, that type of naming scheme, which makes me think maybe in an upcoming season we might see this item and a little bit more of a piratey theme come into play. However, the actual data for what the item can drop you has been in the game files and is under the Flipper Gameplay codename, so maybe they plan this for a future season, or maybe they're planning it for this season, we really don't know. But I thought I'd throw that out there at the beginning of this video, so if it does come in a future season later down the line in Chapter 3, it's not really a shock to us. So without further ado, let's talk about what you can actually get from this treasure map. So firstly, going forwards, I will be referring to the treasure map as the Rover chest. The reason why is because the codename is Rover, and the items you get from this are going to come from the chest version that you'll either discover or whatever it might be, because as of right now, we don't know if there's actually going to be a treasure map, or if it's just going to be completely revamped to the point where like you throw something at the ground, you dig it up randomly, something like that. So firstly, you're guaranteed a set of golden bars, one type of material, one consumable, one type of ammo, and a weapon. While all of these will drop each time, however, when it comes to golden bars, the guarantee is a little bit more risky because there are 3 different drop chances. There's a chance it drops 100 bars, 75 bars, or it could drop 0 bars. So while you are guaranteed to get something from that golden bar loot pool, that loot pool might end up being literally nothing from golden bars. However, everything else, you're at least guaranteed to get one type of item. Now, when it comes to materials, something I want to mention here is there will be an image on screen that mentions the different type of materials and then weight values. Simply put, the higher the weight means the more likelihood of that item being dropped. However, it doesn't mean that since wood has a weight of 1.0, it's 100% chance. You're always going to get wood no matter what. What it means is that the highest likelihood of you getting something is going to be the highest likelihood of you getting 30 wood. However, if you want to get something like metal, that's still possible. It's just going to be a lot more unlikely for it to happen. But yeah, the materials are 30 wood, 30 stone, and 30 metal, with metal of course being the rarest item from the material loot pool, and wood being the most common item from the material loot pool for you to obtain. However, of course, like I mentioned a moment ago, you're guaranteed at least one different type of material each Rover chest you open. Now, when it comes to the consumables you can actually obtain from a Rover chest, we don't have any of the newer ones like Guzzle Juice or anything in there. We only have more of the common ones, all of which you can see on screen right now. So going from the least common to actually drop to the most common, we firstly have one medkit with a weight of 0.1, meaning that if you open up a Rover chest, this is going to be the most unlikely item for you to obtain from these chests when it comes to that specific consumable loot pool when it picks up that area. Now, the more in the middle ground area when it comes to picking up an item is just one shield pot. This has a weight of 0.4, making it way more common, basically 4 times as common as a medkit. And then finally, your most common item from the consumable loot pool is going to be 3 small shields with a weight of 0.5. Now, this doesn't mean that each small shield itself has this weight. What it means is that the small shield identity as a whole has a weight of 0.5, and if the game itself tells you, hey, we want to give you small shields, it's going to guarantee you 3 of them. It's going to drop on the ground, you'll be able to use them, throw them at your friends, do whatever you want. So basically, as a recap there, small shields are the most common, shield pots are the second most common, and the medkits are like the rarity from the consumables. And now when it comes to ammo, of course you're going to get one of these to drop each match, and most likely what it's going to do is relate to whichever weapon drops on the ground, and I think it's going to be linked together, because let's be honest here, if you get like an assault rifle, you don't really want shotgun ammo to drop down. However, of course, this item is still in development and things can change over time, so maybe they're going to do something different with this. this, we really don't know. However, firstly, we have 2 rocket shots. Now this has a weight of 0, meaning that it will never drop no matter how much you want it to, it's just never going to show up in game. Then we have 6 heavy bullets with a weight of 0.15, 4 shotgun bullets with a weight of 0.8, 18 light bullets with a weight of 1.0, and then 10 medium bullets with a weight of 1.0 as well, meaning light bullets and medium bullets both have the highest chance of actually dropping on the ground, but based on my understanding, only one of these different ammo types will drop on the ground based on how the loot pool currently is for this item. And also, it could be completely irrelevant for the weights of these items if they're linked to the actual weapons that drop as well. So with that said, let's hop over to the final loot pool when it comes to the Rover item, which is the weapons. Now when it comes to weapons, every single item has a 14.28% chance of actually spawning, basically meaning it's a Wild West. You're not going to have any high advantage getting a certain item over another when it comes to weapons. You'll just be given one at complete random. And this is all legendary versions, so they're all the highest rarity except for, of course, if there's like a mythic boss version of them, and that is the Hunter Bolt Action Sniper, the Mark 7 Assault Rifle, the Ranger Assault Rifle, the Stinger SMG, the Sidearm Pistol, the Auto Shotgun, and finally the Striker Pump Shotgun. So as of right now, they don't plan to have any other weapons that aren't currently in the Flipper gameplay loot pool, aka Chapter 3 Season 1 loot pool. They just plan to have just a random chance of the basic ones we've already seen from this season as the weapon you do get. But overall, as a little bit of a reminder here, you're guaranteed to get at least one item from each of the different loot pools. So Golden Bars is the only one where you might not get anything from, but you're basically going to open up one of these chests and expect a legendary weapon, some ammo, like a random type of consumable, and then some type of materials for you to build with. So it is a very interesting item that over time we are going to see get developed more and more, and I do want to know in the comments down below, what do you think about this Rover item? What do you think about buried treasure type items returning in the future? And how do you feel about Epic Games planning to make this one of the items that you're not going to be able to actually put in your tents? I want to know all that down below, and of course I'll try responding to some of you guys. But with that said, I'll catch you champs and champettes tomorrow with another YouTube video where we talk about all the bugs currently set to be fixed in V19.20, which is coming out Tuesday, so catch you guys then. Peace out.